UI wants to play.
That's true. That is a little wrinkle in the plan here. Gaiming Gladiators, this is going to be another time where they have a chance to go into the grand finals and one of their opponents has a stand-in. I don't know, just something funny about that.
Calling him out. Calling some foul play.
No. Everybody else learned from them.
App is not doing much, especially when he's out of resources here.
Yeah.
Self-sufficient lane for Tundra, though they're not getting the max value out of they want. Still, they are going even on lanes, and that's a decent sign for them. They can transition this into ancient stacks, triangle stacks, Tide and the Sven. I think Tundra are going to be really happy with this. And if you're gaming, you're really wanting to snowball through Ace in the next 3 to 4 levels.
Yeah, that hero is pretty much near constant.
This hero's just so fundamentally broken. Even when he's bad, he's still good. Like,
yeah.
Toss and Avalanche are just two of the best spells in Dota. There's no way around.
Pretty much since Tiny made, they get the opening for the kisses.
This is where you want to put the Snapper to use. Tundra really need a big core kill here. Following up this game down.
Really nice chain stun. Very nice. Not enough. Oh, and the Chronosphere at the final kiss. It burned it out, actually.
And this Chrono's not dealing any damage. It's just to turn into a pig and run away. Time dilation will get Dyrachyo out of there, but not what Gaming were looking for with this big triple core rotation. They will get the tower damage mid. Man, they are relentless on these objectives. It's so hard to stop them getting a tier 1 down somewhere. Skitter gonna die again?
It looks like Quinn wants to commit. It's going to be a close call, but he does get it with the last Whirling Death before the saves can come in.
And that's Tundra chasing this Timber with everybody, watching their carry die to him. Gives so much damn space, and I think he's going to live too.
That feels so bad, especially since that last
on that tier 1, or they will fight elsewhere and let the Brood take it on her own.
Now she comes back after pushing in that bottom lane, goes through the portal with the spiders and shows up to try and help Dyrachyo here. He's going to need the help with this and many heroes, but Quinn, he'll be able to even the odds here, posing the mid laner and run down the 2 supports.
These are just not good engagements for Tundra to be in. They're getting sucked into disadvantageous core fights, and their Tide Hunter just can't get here. He's too damn clunky on the map. Yeah. 9 goes down, bested by the Brute. I don't think so. It's just gone. Get the deny.
Ace down the last hit, and now with
back to top.
Back to top lane.
This is really a mind game of an early game. You're trying to guess where these cores are going to go. The upside for Tundra is the Tide up here right now. So if you want to fight around 33, this is your chance to take that fight.
But it's going to make it a lot easier to kill this guy, though, thanks to the Whirling Death cutting him down significantly. And there's no rotations. They're not going to use the Ravage. They are just going to finish him off. Sneaking, trying to go through the portal, but he got on top of the Avalanche. So double kill and a great steal so far by Tofu. I mean, one of the
Tundra are never going to see this hero. He's going to have free reign in the fights. He has great spells to steal. The Ravage might even be something he gets this game because Tundra likes to go these frontline builds.
It's kind of fun.
Tide Hunter's just not tanky. And the Snapfire has no teleport for this fight. Do it on any hero, though, and you have 9 going for Boots of Travel second. There is a stall mechanism here for Tundra. They're very good at it. I mean, look at Snaking on the top left of the map right now. He's dragging away towards a rope.
Timber saw, he picks up a Blink Dagger now. So pretty early for him, typically.
Yeah, this is not his casual build, but he just feels he's going to need to be the initiating power here.
Gator slowed down, already half health with just a lot of pokes here from Gaiming Gladiators. They still have potential saves here. The drain from the EY. Great Avalanche coverage, though. And that hits the back line on top of the Sven, allowing them to chase down AUI as well. The Chakram.
Keeping even in this game, relative cores-wise. Continuing to rat out the sides of the map. It's really hard to build network advantage against the team, and it shows. We're going to find a little pick off here on Celery.
Yeah, something to work with, something to keep more pressure on the bottom lane, start hitting that tier 2. They're going to lose Snaking over here. Skeeter shows up. Immediately storm bolted right back by Tofu.
There's a blink on 33. You got to be careful here if you're gaming. You don't want to get caught by this.
Well, to push into a point where maybe I could see a world where 9 specifically is able to scale and give Tundra a better chance to turn this game around later.
They're trying to beat it out here. Tundra ready to take this.
Yeah, they are. Back on together with the God Strength Skeeter laying into him, but the Chrono's going to They do have speed. Mortimer's Kiss is raining down. That's going to help out quite a bit, but 33 jumping in. That one felt pretty bad, and he's got to be careful of Quinn now. Got to dodge this last Timber Chain Whirling Death. Attempting Ravage goes out, but it's too late. The damage is done, and the Watermelon falls.
That's the strength of Chrono this game. And this is why this
just run for their lives. It's all of Gaiming Gladiators look to punish, quickly sandwiching this area. They'll find AUI 2000. He's definitely dead, and still a chance for Snake King to get caught as well. Yeah, he's going to be finally lasso pulled back in. Duraccio pound him to dust, or I guess gravel.
Very difficult game for the Tundra supports. They've just not found a lot of momentum here as they're combining for a 1-0. This is on you.
Middle tower
you figure out how to win.
You know what? It's a good way in a war of mental attrition to start off a series, you know, just wearing them down.
Oh, you think that's what they went for? Well, all right, guys, we're not going to win game 1. We're going to make them so mad that their frustration will win us game 2 and 3.
And then even if we lose the series, when we come back in the grand finals, they're going to be like, oh, these guys again.
Seconds on the Aegis here. Where'd it go?
Chaining the stuns, then toss back into the Ravage, but they did not chain it properly. Something about that toss back and the Ravage hitting at the same time.
I think the Stormhammer Ravage overlapped. Lack of patience, maybe, as this game has been frustrating for them.
You know, if I'm
historical bottom tower
Tofu, I'm thinking about buying a shard. Just because I have the Ravage, that would give me tendrils, wouldn't it? Lord, AUI. Imagine tendrils with that kind of range.
That's a well-worked off there from Celery. Finds the tiny pick off. That's going to open the high ground even more. He's their knockback stall mechanism here.
Radiance throwing all
he's going to get some value.
Bottom tower.
A lot of value as they're hitting both mid and bottom lane, so that gush spamming is a little bit more annoying. But we did see earlier the 9 smoked out, or maybe shadow bladed out actually. Didn't notice that he had that.
Yeah,
but
look at this build, by the way. Manta shadow blade. Oh, this is like, don't worry, for the Sven to jump you and burst you unless he's really far out ahead.
They're so desperate to catch somebody from Tundra.
Look at the line's just instantly drawn from 33. Like, get the hell out, guys. I'm going to push the map stall this game. Rat him up some more. Good luck snaking.
He's got a glimmer, but there's a lot of AoE damage coming in.
All this game, the start was too slow, and the horrors are building up for Gaming, and prime time to force this high ground. Roasty.
Yeah, Quinn knew somebody's around here. Seller was doing it earlier. He doesn't manage to kill AUI, but he doesn't stop him from split pushing another way.
And he has early pop as well, so he can just join this fight.
Yeah.
He's just making sure there's nobody cutting back here. He can refill his mana. Very patient push by Gaming. Don't have to commit the Chrono here. Just hit the buildings. Well, he won't commit the Chrono.
Good enough of AUI to get rid of the Avalanche stun and goes to work. Goes AUI 2000. Now he's going to kill 33. Oh no! Ravage actually goes off. 33 able to get away. Quinn, he's going to show up with the Shivas. That'll flip him.
I mean, Ravage is irrelevant in this game if your Sven is not hitting people for it.
No, certainly.
These have just been completely desynced for Tundra in this game 1. Not finding much momentum in this game. 7 kills in 30 minutes. You know, it looks like that's just kind of it. I don't know if they have the damage to punch through Shiva's Octarine level 20 Timbersaw with the extra magic resist talent. He's 14 and 1. I do not think this is a hero Tundra are going to give Gaming next time.
Or at least maybe try and hard counter it a little bit better.
The answers were not convincing. They go for the God Strength play with the cookie chain stun.
Yeah, they do manage to get pretty nicely with the Avalanche up at the top. They kill Ace. Now a lasso pulling in 9. 9 still on the high ground, but Duraccio will make short work. The bump back onto Snake King to ensure Duraccio stays in melee range with that support. Now he jumps on AUI 2000 while 33 going to be targeted by Quinn. Skeeter doing what he can to challenge Duraccio, but against that butterfly, he really just cannot guarantee put damage in.
The time dilations just destroy them on the backside of these fights. It counters so much of the reinitiation power that the Tundra lineup wants to have.
Toss back in with the tendrils with a follow-up stun. Duraccio finally falls.
That's a big kill to get. 2,000 gold for that streak.
Now Quinn might be caught as well. The harpoon pulling him back in. Slows him down with the chakra. Maybe Skeeter needs to be a little bit careful here. They're going to go for the kill. Quinn turns around, does what he can, but he falls before he can get the return kill.
Buy yourself a little more time, get a next set of items off, make this Void and Timber potentially get closer to the level 25 talents. I don't know if they're going to get there without a one team fight.
Maybe they just wait for a pickoff like this one.
AY will get caught and evaporates.
They stole Life Drain. That's great.
Level 2.
Regeneration.
Decent spell here.
Drop the sentry. Doesn't spot Skeeter in time. He
Make them go into the Chrono and the Timber waiting.
Look at this blind read that Gaiming Gladiators wrong that. Meanwhile, Tundra are going to be able to jump onto Dyrachyo and burst him down. Look at Snaking repositioning to ensure the toss. Great stuff there from Tundra. And it was at the same time that Quinn and Celery were certain somebody from Tundra was going to be ratting the other side of the map.
That's just a great read. Great observer wards as well to scout this. And Tundra find a huge opening here. 80 seconds, no void. He has no buyback either. He might just walk down and get a lane here if they're really confident.
He doesn't have his MKB during this Roshan respawn time.
This might come back to bite him any minutes on the death.
Man, Radiant
See if it's a fast roach. He wouldn't have it.
He got blink off.
Helping out a little bit here. The team forced out trying to help him. Ravage going to cover some of this, but Dyrachyo's going to be able to get the 5-man promos here. And he just starts to land damage into 9. Skeeter's going to be next. Lasted up almost immediately as the Chronosphere failed. And that's going to be 3 dead. AY in 33. Neither one, I think, is going to get out alive. This Gaiming Gladiators just going to go for gusto here. Run down as many heroes as possible, even through the buybacks are coming out, because one buyback will never come. That's going to be Skeeter. The Sven won't be here for this fight. Tundra gonna have to push through it anyway. Snaky covering himself with the avalanche, toss back all the way, almost into the fountain. Dyrachyo daring it. Rod of Atos needs to be able to start backing up now. Kiss is gonna be return fire on Tofu, pushing Tundra into their fountain. Left with only 3 heroes alive. They have to form a defense for the next minute.
And that blink from Quinn was so damn clutch. It made them chase so much farther. You have to expend your blink and your harpoon just to get a couple Sven hits in, which just sets up the game-ending chrono potentially from Dyrachyo. And those level 25 talents are now online. Double chakra, backtrack for the basic void. Splice just came even harder.
Another lasso. Tendril trying to chain it, but they're just going for a Bat Rider. Meanwhile, they're losing more and more heroes with no buyback. Buybacks all around for Tundra, and Gaiming Gladiators will finally close out game number 1.
I mean, that was getting a little spooky there. Tundra's ability to drag these games back is now that is just too much of a hill.
Going to be treated to an Arc Warden performance. I don't really know what to expect out of the hero, but I have high expectations for Tundra anytime I see them, especially in a winner's bracket final. Let's get into game number 2 with our casters.
That's right, we get a chance to see Arc Warden.
Add Arc Warden game paper. I think Brood has a good match. Glad that he had that Lotus and an extra set.
Cost 9, maybe a couple of CS here, but well worth it. Thanks, AY, I'm sure, for his service.
Oh, they came back.
Charge. He gets a bash off of here. Not even needed. Final hit comes in from 33 to secure it. Trying to go for the courier as well. That was pretty bold. 33 almost dies for that bit.
Unfortunately, could have had it, but that was too deadly to man up first. He'll regen up here. Valuable. Shield Rune will get defended here.
Tofu really putting on his body on the line for this one. He's going to be hit by the blast off. AY should be able to secure this, but Nine's going to be in trouble as Quinn looking to chase him down. He does manage to get level 6, but the kill happens before Quinn gets
a feeding frenzy out here. All 3 of the top net worths in this game belong to them. They're feeling it. Shield Rune on Quinn, time to push the action.
Nine, let's see what he can do with his Arc Warden and try and defend Snaking. Doesn't last long, that defense, but maybe he can get a return kill here. Quinn doesn't have a TP. The rotations keep on poking him with these spirits and slow him down, but the wind run will eventually allow him to break. Just a slip past Celery there somehow.
These sidelines are getting really weird for both
Don't
teams.
look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is
The Tundra game, it's bound to get weird.
You can look.
It's absolutely true. 33 has been found in the corner of the map.
Again.
Radiant
Dude,
might wanna
man
haul
cannot
some back
get
down to
his
their bottom
Vanguard.
tower. Well, they still got one.
How
He even got
it
no Vanguard at this point. Oh,
yeah, what does it even do? I guess you have to. It's just terrible.
yeah, I mean, you're going to need a Crimson Guard eventually at some point, so. Ace battling through the
Don't look
Rupture
now, but
Blood Right,
Radiant's bottom tower
the
is
power
getting
that's
obliterated.
life steal.
Okay, fine. You
Doesn't-
Lanes have not gone well for Tundra at all, and the Midas Arc Warden,
Real Arc Warden. They're gonna go up to the high ground, try and bring him down with a focus fire. King will create some space, but boy, those spiders quickly overwhelming 9. They're gonna go for Snake King. They'll get him too.
This is looking like a classic gaming route here. Just off the Ace Brood, that there are no increase from here. They're gonna 33 and deep, try and take this fight. These guys get Omni Slash
right immediately. Omni Slash. Fortunately, the Great Wave did come in. They're not going to be able to chase him down, but Snake King, he had his bulldoze immediately purged out by Celery with the enchant. Something.
Hot hero that fights super early with the Midas build.
One last round.
Just way too much pressure on this Arc Warden right now.
And the catch continues now with the Rod of Atos on Quinn.
This is getting out of control. You have lost all your Ancients. You're probably going to lose Wisdom Runes here. You do not have much to clip this. Oh, this is absolutely out of control. I don't think they're going to stop either, because what are they afraid of?
And this is pretty close gross that he's got the rally with the spiders. Once again, he's seen Celery do this a couple times with Ace. Bang, Roger, they're going to go for the kill. They got the chainsaw with the lasso pullback. Finally, something Tundra has something to work with here.
Maybe we should have been afraid of this high ground. See if Tundra can get anything else off this.
Nice lined up stun from Tofu, but he'll still die. So 1 for 2 exchange, a massive turnaround in momentum there for Tundra as Gaiming Gladiators once again a little bit too overzealous in their high ground pushing.
I think they felt super confident because of the rally and max healing ward already up. This is a 4-4-1 jug build. Kind of tells you what Gaming thought of this game.
Sure.
But then I go back to why not just build the aura on the Brood like you've done all the other times.
Yeah.
If you have a Piper mech there, you save the jug, he gets on the off, you might just win the game. We'll see if it comes back to bite Gaming. I mean, they're still in an incredibly good position. I don't think there's anything wrong with Ace's items. Maybe that just is an unnecessary push there.
Holds or even holding the throne.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting
Perfect here.
Yep. Gonna catch AUI as he tried to set up some sort of trap there. And that'll be a final tier 2 that's going to die with nobody from Tundra willing.
Online team in Dota too.
Dire's top tower is really taking a beat.
Like NIP or something. I don't know. That's the first one that came out.
I mean, like, there was the finger action. Vertic Pro team. Tofu gonna be bumped back with the rupture, so he'll take a lot of damage for that one. Quinn, Shackle Shot is up, so he can stop this TP. Snake King will be left behind. So 2 support.
You can at least get another.
Oh, there's the bubble.
Potentially. Yeah, that's your one
Radiant's
bubble.
middle tower is hanging on by a
Man up with the spiders. Man, they chunked this so fast, even with the Crimson Guard.
Slow down a lot. The charge on through.
Yeah, but Purge, Hurricane.
Hurricane back in. As you said, the Purge nuisance for that Bulldoze Spirit Breaker.
That's your last bubble here. Still have a glyph. You're gonna use it. Skeeter back up. What can you make of this? You're gonna have to find a blink lasso here. I don't think Gaming are leaving it.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. Break the link is on Ace. Try and get it back, but Tofu with a brilliant hack slows down that fall. They still have the blast off the chain. And with it, the mine's gonna explode. They'll get the kill. Skeeter's gonna commit, but he takes so much damage he has to back away. Ace finally does die, but Skeeter had to go back to the fountain in order to try and fight again.
9 sacrifices his double for that healing ward. Look at how annoying it's been, and another impale, another death.
Buybacks coming through now. Snake King going for Quinn. 45 seconds left on that Aegis, so they cannot overcommit on this hero.
He gets hit by that last raid.
Reverse Captain's Draft, what would you give him?
First Captain Draft anti-rat hero for AUI 2000.
Yeah, because it seems like every hero that he plays is going to accomplish this. Oh, the Gleipnir catches him. And stopping the charge is all that's needed to get this kill on Snake King. Sick. Unfortunately for him, he gets his ward dewarded at.
I mean, you gotta be fishing in this game. This is stalled out. Tundra just not finding much on that. At least Snake King has a shadow in it, so good for him. You know, when the times get tough.
And he had bought a second part of his Shadow Blade, but we go back into line where Skeeter has just been fingered down.
Opening to find peace.
He turns on his BKB, so even if you lasso him, you're not going to be doing very much damage. In fact, looking closer to 9 is very dangerous. He almost got that kill, but he do manage to finish off the Broodmother, thanks to IUI blasting in. That is
Dire is getting
like you didn't
sweet
believe it,
now.
right?
No, nobody believed
he was ever PMA in the first place.
I don't know if he knew that, but nobody believes that. I think he's a lot better now. He's definitely grown a lot as a player in Cap. Even when he's will do that. Lasso.
They almost got the range damage to help. And if they win this fight, it's going to be looking. Oh, 33. He still falls. That's going to be yet another finger charge for Tofu. Now Skeeter, who raced out of the base, immediately met by the brick wall. That is a shackle shot to a creep. Possibly soon to be a third as they are going to the grand final. Oh my god, that holy Tofu blinked in? What the hell? All right, Gaiming Gladiators is just way too full of themselves at this point.
That is some cocky. That is some arrogance right there.
Maybe Tofu maybe it was a mistake. Yeah, I was going to say, it's really hard to get through the Lincoln area now enough.
What's up, force staff?
He responds. He gets off the BKB fast enough, 33. He already used his, did he attempt to go for...
Locked. I don't know what happened there.
Did he self-force staff or something? Either way, Quinn in with the BKB double damage. He got stunned to fight, but he is going to be pushed back during his BKB. Now he's going to be hit by the Blood Right. He's actually a little bit low, but the rest of Gaiming Gladiators are in full fighting force here. They're going to show up. Take down 3 of Tundra, get yet another finger charge as well.
And suddenly just got botched that initiation because Lasso went off fast to clear out these illusions. There'll be 5x for Tundra to get put in already. Your Lasso up in 10 seconds as they stack the Lincolns on the Aegis Juggernaut here and say good luck. What are you going to do about this?
That. We've got our own bubble going on.
Oh, Manta Arcward. So this is Manta and the Gleipnir timing. This is where the hero really starts to hurt. The Lion Shard to help clear through some of these illusions, however. Nice for Tofu. And they'll find their Lasso on the Lion.
Yeah, pull him back in, and Tofu is going to die for this one. Snake King will be traded out. Darachu is actually pretty damn low.
It's just time.
Thought about poking at him. Of course, he had the Aegis, so no reason to commit while Quinn. He goes in deep to be able to destroy 33's Bat Rider. That is going to be die back there. Darachu blinking in to die on the Aegis. He doesn't want to keep that alive anymore. Quinn stopping for the rough here. They just cannot commit to get this kill on him while the Omni Slash chases down Skeeter. Darachu in deep right next to the fountain. Still is able to just spin back to safety.
It's just punish. Absolutely none as this Juggernaut with his blink has the gap close, has the damage, has the Ags, and then throw the Lincolns right back in. These bubbles are not protecting you for long.
No, we can see the Tempest double gets demolished pretty quickly. It's now out. Final buildings left before Mega's Tundra. Playing for the long game. Well, it's not much longer game than playing up against Mega Creep.
Like so much the high ground defense here, and they're just gonna call it. They don't want to struggle anymore. And that is an incredibly dominant series here by Gaiming. Just made it look easy, man.
One of them mattered, one of them did not matter. And if this game is to be another 2-0, they are not going to be happy because it's not going their way. However, if it's going to be like the rest of the Bali Major,